test. This is a little bit better, I think. Um, the audio is certainly showing as reading, so hey, I have audio for a change. That'll be better. Um, this is my testing of the Hangout software. I haven't actually used this for any kind of video content in the past, so this will be fun. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do with it though. If you're viewing this, hello. Although it says no one's watching right now, so we'll see. We'll see. Now, let's see here. Yeah. Okay. Now, my first experiment did not go well because apparently the sound wasn't working. So that's unfortunate. I'm currently checking the different screens here, which is why I may seem a little bit distracted. Now, if only any of the people I just invited show up, that would be great. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Oh, well. Sad face. Sad face, McCoy. And I did this whole long thing about 5th edition versions of Dust to Dusk creatures, and that totally got lost to the ether because no sound. So that's not great. Not gonna lie. All right. Now, I worked out, what the meaning of life, and the process to some of the conspiracy theories about the state of modern society, and it was a great little discussion, and no one will ever know what I said. And now I've forgotten it all. So, way to go, Internet. Thanks, Internet. No. So, yeah, I've been looking at 5th edition, trying to figure out how to do Dust to Dust races in it. The ones that I've tackled so far and gotten to a point where I'm okay with what I came up with was Homunculus, which it builds not unlike a half-orc, I guess, a little bit. It would be the +2 to Constitution, so +2 to Strength, and +1 to Strength. And they don't get the Dark Vision, but they do get a bonus save against poison. They get advantage against poison. And the let's see, what else? Well, not only do they get advantage against poison, but let's see here. Put that there. No, go there. There we go. All right, excellent. And they get access to a set of feats that allow them to add grass. And they can harvest grass using a skill, so that'll be neat. And they do a skill check on the monster, and the DM determines if the monster has anything that's worth harvesting on it. And I like the notion of using feats for the progression, because it is effectively giving them equipment they can never get rid of, that no one can, disarm them or anything. So that's a pretty useful ability. So it's worth a feat, I think. especially in 5e where the feats are a little more limited. Um, but well, there are less of them, and they have to compete with other things. Honestly, um, such as the uh, the the uh, the attributes, which it's really hard to compete with the need for attributes. So they have to be pretty impressive. Uh, the build for the returned ends up being not unlike human in most regards. They don't get any special resistances or abilities, except they get access to class builds that allow them to become more human, essentially, and get special abilities as part of that class. And the class would reflect the path they were on. So for Trickster, I would go either Rogue or Bard. Probably Bard. It fits a little bit better flavor wise, I think. And a fighter. Build a fighter that is directly intended for those guys. And a build of wizard that is directly intended for returned. And the build gives them access to certain special abilities that they can select as they go up. And as they go up, they take on a heroic code. So the more powerful they become in that class, the more human looking they become. So that by later levels, they are effectively just humans. So that's my current thinking. Um, Now, Celestials are an interesting mix because in many ways they resemble Asimar, I guess, or more appropriately, the Deva from the 4th edition, honestly. Um, so you have to sort of figure out how you're going to reflect that in 5th edition and keep their access to their unique magic set, because that is the draw, really, is the unique magic set. Now, the unique magic set for them is more appropriately a point buy setup. So what I would do is there is an alternate set of rules concerning using point-based magic systems in the DMG, and I would create a version of Wizard using that point-based magic system, some equivalency thereof, for the Celestial class if they want to be using that particular magic. And then, otherwise, they're more or less human with a little extras here and there. I'd give them some of the Asimar advantages. But other than that, they're more or less human. Anyways, that was the thinking on those races. The races could be done as 5th edition fairly easily, but it really depends on what people want to do there. But I think that particular outline reflects how they would work pretty easily. Anyway, it doesn't look like anybody's going to show up, and this is just an experiment. So I'm going to close out said experiment and see if it is a little bit better than my last one. My last one, having lost all the audio and everything. But anyway, tell me what you think if you can see this, and I will try this again in the future. Hopefully with better scheduling on my part, so I can make sure people can actually be here now that I've worked out some of the audio kinks. Anyway, Subscribe, like, share with all the peoples, and I'll talk to you later.